Last year, the Chicago Bears had one of the best rookie classes in the NFL. And so far through training camp, there are 3 rookies that have all been standing out for the Chicago Bears. The question that we're going to answer today is, are the Chicago Bears going to have another deep rookie class in 2026? We'll talk about all that plus more right after this. What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We're at C-Dub Haize. We're in the building today. Bobby's out because he's dealing with elf business. They got to get ready for the North Pole. They got to get ready for Christmas time, bro. Like, Christmas is only a little while away. You know you got to report to the North Pole at some point. With that said, though, Dub, we want to take a specific kind of focus on training camp so far. So, in the last practice, Malik Muhammad got to practice with the ones at the nickel with all the injuries going on. And, there were expected that he was going to bring some competition for that CB2 role. But because of Kyler Gordon's injury, him not being there, some things have changed. And with that said, it looks like, according to Courtney Cronin, said this: with Jaylon Jones sidelined, rookie Malik Muhammad was once again with the first-team defense at nickel. Muhammad broke up a pass during the 11-on-11 and almost came away with an interception later. Goes on to say that Muhammad has shown some good signs so far through training camp and that after a slower start, he's really starting to stand out a little bit. What do you think? Malik Muhammad was one of those rookies that we kind of saw a natural opportunity for a role just with what was going on with the cornerback. We thought it was going to be more Tyrique Stevenson. Seems like Tyrique is locked down at cornerback too. Terrell Smith has not had a solid training camp so far. What do you think about hearing about this about Malik Muhammad?
I feel great about hearing this great news about Malik Muhammad. Just like you said, he was probably everybody thought that he would compete with Tyrique Stevenson for that cornerback position over there, but there's an opportunity that has been opened with the unknown with Kyler Gordon. Will he be able to start the beginning of the season at least for the Chicago Bears? And at first, I think Jaylon Jones was getting most of those first team reps with the nickel formation. But seeing and hearing, not seeing because I haven't seen any training camp yet, but hearing about Malik Muhammad getting in there and actually being positive out there in his time out there with the first team, you got to feel great about the kid and an opportunity that's right there in front of him. He can see instant playing time if he's the guy slated for the nickelback position, because who knows what Kyler Gordon is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the unfortunate reality that we're in. There was somebody who left a comment on one of the comment sections the other day, and they're like, "You guys are hating on Kyler Gordon. Why are you guys hating on him?" And it's like, the dude's not healthy. This ain't hate. I think everybody on Chicago Bears Central, at least to my knowledge, when Kyler's healthy, we know the motherfucker's a beast. There's no doubt about it. But like we said, I think in the last episode, Dub, is that eventually the inability to get on the football field outweighs whatever talent that you have when you're on the football field. That's why it's important to get out there. Like, if you're not out there, all the talent in the world don't matter if you're not out there enough. And sometimes you're going to bet you're going to bet on maybe a lesser talented player because the consistency of them having something that you can bet on. And that could be the situation. We're not saying for sure. It could be the situation. The other side of that is Kyler Gordon could be healthy by week 1. We still got over a month until the regular season starts. He could be healthy by week 1, and by week 3, we're not even talking about it no more. Like, that's a possibility. Kyler Gordon is that good. If he's healthy by week 1, by week 3, 4, we're not even thinking about the fact he missed training camp and preseason games. We're out there seeing them dominate. But the reality is, this is a football team. This is a job. And guess what? Nobody cares how good you are at your job if you don't show up, if you're only there one day a week.
I mean, how you gonna pass school if you're not present? How you gonna get good grades if you ain't present? I mean, it is an ability, guys. The ability to be present. That's it.
So I mean, and that's what it is. And unfortunately, especially, and I think it's highlighted by this. Darnell Wright became the highest paid right tackle in the history of football. we all know Caleb Williams is probably about to get maybe the largest quarterback contract the Chicago Bears have ever given out. Absolutely. So the reality is that you have to be even more choosy with your money. And guys that can't stay healthy may hit the chopping block.
I mean, that's easy for you guys to understand. It should be easier for you guys to understand. If you want the best for this Chicago Bears football team, you need those players to be available and healthy. And I know he's not saying I'm going to go out there and get injured, but this is the nature of the business. This is cutthroat. This is real life. This is the pros.
Yeah, and let's be clear. If we do move on, and this is still a big if, right now we're just talking about Malik Muhammad maybe starting at the nickel, and we'll see what happens there. But if we do ever move on from Kyler Gordon, best believe there's still a chance he going to get that injury shit together. In 2 years, we're going to be like, damn, it would be nice if he's still here, right? Like, it could be both sides of it, but you got to make a business decision. So I love hearing that Malik Muhammad because he's the guy that, to me, is a swing opportunity there. If you get anything from him as a rookie – that then makes you think, hey, this guy's a future starter for us permanently, then that's a benefit, right? Like, and we know rookie secondaries, especially corners, he's going to get picked on. So if he does end up winning the nickel position, that's only the first step because now, especially with this secondary, opposing offensive coordinators are going to say, hey, that rookie, let's go out there and make him prove how good he is.
Absolutely.
Everybody's gone through it.
Absolutely, dude.
So
let's go. But I'm happy for the kid. I'm happy for that kid.
Yeah, I'm happy for Malik Muhammad, man. He has an opportunity to step up here. You know, between the injury to Kyler Gordon, now Jaylon Jones, Terrell Smith not looking like he's recovering well from his injury last season. It's an opportunity for the kid, and so if a young guy can come out here and grab it and take it, do it.
Do it.
That's it. So next up, though, I do want to talk about the other rookie on the defensive side of the ball, Dylan Thieneman. So it was a rough first week or so in training camp for him. We kind of expect that. We know that Dennis Allen's system is not easy for people to grasp. Montez Sweat, who was a veteran, talked about it last year, like how long it took him to really feel comfortable in Dennis Allen's system. So the slow start isn't too shocking. But according to Adam Johns, he noted that last practice was Dylan Thieneman's best. He seemed like he had a really good grasp of things. He got an interception off Caleb Wilson in the situational drill. He also had a big play on the run side of the defense as well, which is where I think Dylan Thieneman can help this team out a lot. You know, the theme of it being the rookies kind of surprising and standing out some. Thieneman getting over that curve is going to be really important for the Bears because he's going to be a starter day one, even more so now that Kobe Bryant, the guy that we expected because of being the veteran, being a Super Bowl champion, to help kind of stabilize things in that secondary. How important do you think it is for Thieneman now to use the rest of this training camp and preseason to really have a firm grasp of what's being understood here? Because he's going to get picked on too, but outside of that, like that safety position is really important for Dennis Allen. He likes to use it inside the box, outside the box, run support, of course, with the pass protection, all that type of stuff. How you feeling, C-Dub?
This is real pleasant to hear from my man Thieneman because he's really been having a tough time if with all the guys that got eyes and all the ladies that got eyes on the training camp. I heard one of the most great things that I heard besides that interception is the stand-up tackle on Calvin Unguy. That was for a tackle for loss. That is really great to hear. Look, Dylan it's going to be kind of tough for him early in the season, just for the fact that he's a rookie, and also add in the fact that Kobe Bryant, his running mate for the foreseeable future, is going to miss a little bit of time in the beginning of the season, maybe a month at most, maybe, I think. He's going to have to take every snap as important research in this training camp to get to this regular season because, like Drip said, he is going to be picked on because he is a rookie safety in the National Football League, and it's the last block of defense on any NFL team. So you're going to get attacked. And I've seen a lot of Caleb Williams. And you know what's a good thing? That this offense is going to be one of the best offenses in the NFL.
I said that on my daily on Friday is that the benefit that this defense has, you're going up against an elite offense every day in practice. Yeah. So I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good because you're absolutely right. This is going to pressure bust pipes, and steel sharpens metal. So you facing the best when you face offense that is not up to the task as like the Chicago Bears. Maybe the game becomes easy, even though I don't think like any week in football is easy. But you guys get what I mean. This is an important time for Dylan Thiedemann because he's the last line of defense. He's missing a guy that's going to be his running mate for the foreseeable future, and he got to take every rep as precious as it could be. You got to treat every rep precious, bro. Treat it precious.
Yeah. Take it. I mean, the safety position in the NFL is already a difficult one because of everything that you could do from the safety position. But then you put that under Dennis Allen and again, Dennis Allen talked about lining Thiedemann up as a linebacker sometimes. Now, we're probably not going to do that as much now because the thought process is you have Cam Lewis who can come in and play safety, and then you can use Thiedemann or somebody else as a linebacker to free up something in the secondary. So with all the injuries, you may not see that versatility, which will be the second year in a row we're not seeing it. But Thiedemann is going to have a really important role on this team, and how quickly he can get acclimated to what's asked of him in this defense. It's gonna be hugely important because this defense needs everything firing on all cylinders. And Thiedemann, you're stepping into you're a starter right away as a rookie. Our depth behind you already got impacted because Kobe Bryant's out, so now Cam Lewis is starting with you. He has to be on point early.
And you guys can say it's unfair for a rookie all you want. It's the
life
nature of the business.
Life is not fair. And life in the NFL damn sure ain't fair, bro.
It ain't, bro.
That's a fact. The other rookie that we want to talk about is Sam Roush. Now, when Sam Roush was drafted, there were a section of me and Pat, we actually went back and forth on it, just talking. And, there are some people who thought like, damn, that's an early to draft a blocking tight end. I still don't understand why people only thought he was a blocking tight end. Like, if you go back and look at his tape, you go back and look at what he did in college, he wasn't just a blocking tight end. He's been used now in the passing game early. This is the second time that we've heard that he's, he continues to have great practice. It's like 3 practices out of last week. We heard it's his best practice yet. That's usually a really good sign. Now, I still think that the snaps are going to be not plentiful for him. He's not going to play a lot of snaps more than likely, but Sam Roush frees up you using Colston Loveland in the slot, frees you up in just what you're doing overall in your coverages and in your lineups. What do you think about hearing that Sam Roush, a guy that a lot of Bears fans, if they're holding themselves accountable and keeping the same energy, question that pick, now seems like could be somebody that opens up the 12 and 13-man personnel even more than what we had at last season?
Yeah, man, I think it's wonderful to hear all the positive things about Sam Roush in training camp. 3 touchdowns in one day for Sam Roush. He also had a very good IQ catch where Tyson Bagent pass was tipped near the goal line. He caught it and went in for the touchdown. I knew when they drafted Sam Roush early in the draft that it wasn't all about blocking, because that would be crazy. That'll be insane to just draft somebody so high in the draft just for blocking. That's just doesn't make any sense. But it just adds to the weapon well for the Chicago Bears. Like you talked about, that 13 personnel can be that much more dangerous if you don't know if Sam Roush going to stay in and either run block, either pass protect, or he go out for a route. It's just add more weapons to the chest for Ben Johnson, and it adds more weapons to the sight line for Caleb Wilson. It's just a pleasant thing to hear from Sam Roush.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a luxury to have, is like you have now 3 tight ends on this roster that all can block, all can catch passes, all are solid in pass protection, all are solid in run blocking as well. Like that's a luxury. You know, some teams don't have 2 tight ends that can do that. We got 3. Now, I don't know how much. Well, he's still going to block a lot as Colston Loveland, but this even, like it says, the freedom that is. Like you can now. Ben Johnson's whole thing is, I want to make defenses think about what we're doing. When we line up, I don't want it to be clear to them what we're planning to do on this possession, on this play, in this formation. And having the tight ends that you have do that, having the backs that you have do that, having all the wire. Like, this is why people are so excited about this Bears offense, because, Dub, I don't feel like this is exaggeration at all. This could seriously be the best Chicago Bears offense we've ever seen.
Absolutely. I don't dismiss that from you, Drip, because I believe that wholeheartedly. When you look at the expectations of the young guys coming into their second season, and Luther Burton and Colston Loveland, the progression of Caleb Williams is looking and looks like he's going to have his best season yet.
Mm-hmm.
In the running game with Cal Monunga and DeAndre Swift, oh, this is just going to be torture trying to deal with this offense. And I ain't even mentioned the other guys like Jade Walker and Xavier Thomas and the other kid that played with Detroit before. I forget his name off the top of the head.
Khalif Raymond.
But yeah, so this is going to be tough to deal with, and the defense has got to be sweating right now looking at this offense.
Yeah, and Slim here says some people call it 13 personnel. I call it bully ball. It's even more than that. When you add in the fact of like what Dub just talked about, the different looks we can throw at the wide receiver. You have all different types of wide receivers out there. You got wide receivers with size. You got wide receivers with speed. You got possession wide receivers. Some of those guys are fill multiple of those roles. And then what we have in the with the running backs, and don't forget, Caleb Wilson is a threat also to tuck the ball and run it his damn self.
Yes.
Like this offense is I say potential because I want to see it on the football field first.
Yeah.
But I said it on Friday's episode. I don't know if you watched it, Dub. Like I have to fight myself every day from getting really excited about this team.
It's hard.
And that's my Bears PTSD because every year, keep in mind, I'll be 40 this year. Every year of my life that I've let myself be like this is finally finna be our year. I got punched in the face, bro. Every single time I got punched in the face, bro. Like, I always go back to, bro, when we opened up that Super Bowl and Devin Hester returned that kickoff, you couldn't tell me we wasn't winning that Super Bowl, bro.
My boy, we didn't even get a chance to crack the bottle, bro. And my man Devin Hester, we was excited and we thought we won that game that first play. We thought we won the whole Super Bowl, bro.
Bruh.
I know how you feel, man.
Nonetheless, though,
let me add a
little
anecdote to that last one really quick. We already had a little bit over a ton of man on the offensive line. When you put in the 13 personnel, you add another half a ton. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So last year we were all impressed by the rookies. Luther Burton, Kyle Monunga, Colston Loveland all had big seasons. Some of the defensive guys like Ruben Hippolyte, Shamar Turner, they all had injuries. We didn't really get to see those guys in the way that we kind of wanted to last year. So even some of those guys have an opportunity. Last year's rookie class was so special. We just talked about 3 rookies in this class. There's some we haven't even talked about too. Do you think that Ryan Poles could do it again? Could we have a second rookie class in a row where we're looked at and like, a number of these guys all make impacts to varying levels in their first year?
You know what, Drip? I think Ryan Poles is earned for me to say that whenever somebody show you who they are, believe them. And what Ryan Poles has showed me that he knows how to draft. So when you look at these guys that we got, Sam Roush, I think he's going to be a very impactful player. Dylan Thiedemann, I think he's going to be good. He's going to get picked on a little bit early into the season, but eventually he'll get it. Malik Muhammad is getting an opportunity with the nickel formation with the Chicago Bears. He's been succeeding lately. I think he has a good chance to be very impactful for the Bears. Logan Jones, have you heard about the competition that's going on with Logan Jones?
Jordan Vandenberg.
Yeah, Jordan Vandenberg. Xavier Thomas as a playmaker on offense. Yes, absolutely.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like and from what we're hearing about freaking Jordan Vandenberg, he's just beating people to fuck up.
Yeah, he beating them up.
Like he's just beating people to fuck up, bro. Like
Drip, what would that tell you about Ryan Poles if he the first year he scores with Kyle Monunga, then the next year he scores with Jordan Vanderborg? That's like super late, the last rounds of the draft, and you scoring with impact players that's going to play every down for you. That's nuts.
Bro, when you find value later in the draft, especially like I said, with where the Bears are about to be at with their contract situation and having the bigger contracts, it's so important for that. And if Ryan Poles shows that he can consistently do that going forward, it's going to change the whole dynamic of the way that we look at roster building with this team. Like it just will. Like people thought, like, to go back to holding accountable, when we passed up on all those running backs last year and ended up with Kyle Monangai, people looked at it like, dang, why do we draft a running back and he's undersized? It took what? Maybe a month and a half in the season before people were like, all right, my bad. He's one of them ones.
Yes, and you know what's the best thing about that situation with Cal? He let Cal work to get to that point. He didn't just put him there like, here, you're gonna be the second string running back or the third string. No, he had to work from the bottom of the list all the way to where he is now. So it's very impressive.
We had a feeling that, what was it, that second rookie practice when Eric Bieniemy was working with Kyle Monangai, guys like, all right, they see something. They see something in him. So, but last topic before we get up out of here, Dub. Once again, the Chicago Bears training camp, the offseason is plagued with injuries. In the secondary with Cam Lewis and Kyler Gordon already, like I said, Jaylon Jones went down too. But it's not even just that. Braxton went down. We'll see how long that's going to be, right? Like, there's some talk that it may not end up being something long-term, but it doesn't mean that he may not miss some time with it. You know, we've lost other guys. Montez Sweat went down into practice, stuff like that. If this team is snake-bitten once again with injuries like it was last year, what do we do, Dub?
We continue to play, Drip. What else can you do? Because the injury bug bites when you don't think it will bite. There's no timetable of when these injuries happen. It's just the nature of the sport. This is the ultimate gladiator sport. Injuries going to happen to every single team in the NFL. Now, I do think it's a good thing to get them happening early. I know it sounds crazy to talk about injuries like this, but I think it's good to happen early because you want to get into that groove as a football team probably about mid-season. And mostly all these Chicago Bears injuries, knock on wood, have been not really major ones. So it seems like we're going to get a lot of these guys back pretty early in the season if it goes into the season. So for me, my logic is get those injuries early. I know it sounds crazy, but just get those injuries early and deal with them, and let's just be ready for the final run of the season. That's just me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, you're going to have them. Injuries are going to happen. The problem with the Bears is that it happened all at one position last season. It's kind of spread out now, but like you said, if you get it out the way early, I just want to see what this means for this team to be able to be healthy in the playoffs this year. That's the biggest thing for me. Be healthy in the playoffs and let that be it, man. And then see how far we can go, man.
Yeah, that's all you can, because the football guys don't give a damn what we think. When it's time to take a player, it's taking a player.
Breaking.
Groin injury.
Yep. Ian Rappaport, I'm about to read it now. Ian Rappaport just posted this 7 minutes ago. Luther Burden III suffered a groin injury recently in practice and should miss a little bit of time. Source says one to keep an eye on.
Some groin injuries is them nagging. They can go on for probably a whole season sometimes. I hope that him being a young guy and in shape and really athletic, that it doesn't affect him that much. But okay, let's see. It's really it's not similar cases when it comes to groin. You can look at a guy like James Harden. That shit dragged for 82 games in the NBA season. Then you look at another person and it won't have that much effect on him. So let's just hope Luther Burden is with the last. It's like the last guy I talked about, bro.
Yeah, let's hope so. Like I think we got to. I know Bears fans have a little bit of PTSD because of the recent groin injuries to both Jaylon Johnson and Kyler Gordon. But I think it's important to remember those guys had partially torn groins.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different than a strained groin. Strained groin, you can miss a couple of weeks, you can be back fully go. That shit tears, you have to sit down for it to heal. Otherwise, the tear is not going to heal. If you got to sit on a donut like you got hemorrhoids, bro. Like, real talk. Because, like, when you think about it, think about just how much your groin moves just walking normally.
Absolutely.
So if you have a tear in that, any type of movement is going to keep that from healing permanently. So it's not that via what's reported so far. Let's hope that continues, right? That if it's just like a strained groin, he can be back, he can be good. If it's any type of partial tear, that's when you worry about losing the whole season. So
man, after Caleb Williams, all I've been hearing about is loofah. Oh my God, please be good, Luther.
You talk about bullying people, bro. Luther Burden, real talk, and when he gets the ball in his hands and gets even 2 steps on you, he's like a linebacker running over motherfuckers, bro. Don't put a little corner on Luther Burden and expect your corner to keep their neck, bro. It's gonna be over with. So, yeah, hopefully Luther is able to get back out there sooner rather than later. You know, prayers up to him. Yeah. Hopefully we're not adding that to the injury conversation because Luther seems like he's ready to make that real leap in year 2. So
I see you, Brett Kimball, bro. Get that cream going.
Brett's an asshole, bro.
Go get some of that
cream.
Because
if you see us trying to do a pod, why would you type that when you see us trying to have a serious podcast, bro? That's crazy.
Shout out my boy Brett Kimball, bro.
Shout out to Brett. Anything left, Dub, before we get up out of here, bro?
Hey, guys, guess what? Saturday is a preseason football game. Make sure y'all in here for the live call. We're going to see our first glimpse at the young guys in the new team. We probably won't see Caleb Williams. We'll see. We'll see throughout the week. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Punch that subscribe button. We on our way to 30K subscribers. Could you believe it? We almost there, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Bro, 30K is wild, bro. When we get to 30K, it's going to be crazy, bro. Because keep in mind, we've had 1 winning season in 5 years. That's all we've had.
One, bro.
But we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us, hanging out with us, man. I tried to time this based off when practice should have been over with, but they delayed practice. So now practice, I think, just started. If anything big of note comes out, one of us, whether it's me, Dub, Steve, Kev, somebody get to it. If anything big comes in practice, otherwise we'll cover it. We'll cover it tomorrow on the Daily Show. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys follow us at Shy Bear Central everywhere that we're at. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and a voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We're your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Chi-Town up, bear down, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.